Hi there, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Bogues Life with Britt Bogues. Today's episode we're going to talk about virtual events. With the pandemic and everything with COVID-19, a lot of people are trying to figure out what should they do with their actual events since we're not allowed to really gather unless it's, we're not really allowed to gather. Stay-at-home orders are in place in several cities and states, and so for people that are in the hospitality and event industry, how do we figure this out? Like, how do you navigate? How do you not lose that revenue, and how do you make way? And so when you're thinking about an event, you usually have a goal, mission, and a budget and everything like that. And so when you're trying to consider, can this event even be moved to a virtual space, I would kind of consider 5 things before trying to see if your event can even be taken to a virtual space. So the 5 things I would consider are: first, your budget. Budget. If budget is a concern, I would definitely say virtual is a great opportunity. In the virtual space, definitely do your research. There are several different webcasting platforms that you can use that are not too expensive, that can actually record your event or whatever it is. You can even decide if you're gonna have a ticketed event or free event, whatever you decide. But if budget is a concern of yours, in-person events are definitely far more expensive. You're dealing with catering, parking, entertainment, permits, depending on space. So when you're deciding between a hybrid, virtual, or a live event, you're definitely looking at a cost-effective solution going with virtual. Another thing to consider is timeline. Whenever you're looking at either a live, hybrid, or virtual event, timeline is a factor. If you're looking for a faster turnaround, then definitely a virtual event, and even a hybrid in some cases can be faster, but a live event, definitely you want to have, I always like to have 6 to 8 months minimum to plan an event, but I mean, you could definitely do it with a shorter time frame, but live events, you definitely want to have a larger time frame. So that should help you decide if you should do live, hybrid, or virtual. Another thing is your engagement. If your main focus of your event is networking and things like that, although you are able to network virtually, if networking is the main focus, though, you may want to hold off until you can have a live event or do a hybrid event, because live events, hands down, are the best lead generation by far. Virtual events are good for networking. They have group chats and things like that, but in-person interaction has always been very, very effective. So that's definitely something to consider. Lastly, or actually there's 2 more, technology. Technology is always, when it comes to an event, a major factor in it. Technology can be quite costly, and you always want your technology to work, whether it's playing your fundraiser video or your DJ having the right equipment working, your speakers, you want to have great technology. And so whether that's having someone visually stand on your virtual, like having someone on your virtual space monitoring your event, or someone like live, your technology, no matter virtual or hybrid or live, you're definitely pay attention to your technology. That's definitely going to be something that you want to factor in. And then lastly, definitely your preference, whether like on your clients, your customers, your consumer, what is their preference? You're planning the event, so you want to take, as a client, you want to take your perspective, but you, at the end of the day, who are you trying to please? Who are you trying to get to come to your event? What do you think they would prefer? So like, think about their preferences and kind of lean towards that. Like, do you think they want a virtual experience? Do they want an in-person experience? Really take that into consideration before you plan your next live, hybrid, or virtual event. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and like and follow, comment. All right, we'll see you next time.